In this video, we're going to create clarity of what manifestation looks like, right? What action steps need to be taken, and how, not because of a label or something like we talk about that 888 portal is here active, we can manifest even or amplify the manifestation. No. See, we have all these labels that give some amp into what is happening. And I want to be the one that's going to burst that bubble and say, wait a minute, no matter how much you amp it up, there's a lot of, and I'll be one of those. This is why I'm passionate about this, because of my experience, that I've done the affirmations, I've done the journal writing, I've done the visualizations, I've done that, and I've got a bunch of the same results. Same, nothing that I wanted. So what happened there? So we're going to get a little more deliberate in that. And I want to start first with one quote that is very important, or one phrase that says, persistence allows you to get it. Consistency allows you to keep it. And this I heard from Master Sri Akashana, that had a great session today, all about the 888 portal. Beautiful session. Thank you, Master. So this is inspired by Master, and now I'm gonna put my own style into it. But this phrase here, persistence allows you to get it, consistency allows you to keep it. That's it. If there's going to be a highlight of today's session, is that persistence, right? Especially if I don't see it, I'm still persistent towards it, or I'm still persistent for it. If I don't have it here, I'm still doing the internal work. I'm still getting emotionally involved in my desire. I'm still all in, like it's already right here with me. I'm smelling it, tasting it, touching it, listening, everything without anything. And consistency allows me to keep it. That means for me that I've done a lot of things in my life. I created a lot of great things. I've gained a lot of money, but I didn't keep it. And what I mean, I didn't keep it, as soon as I gained it, it's gone. Just like you hear those stories about the lottery winners, right? They gained a lot of money, one shot, and then in 1 year, gone. Why? What happened to you? What happens in this attention that gone? Well, let's get a little more clear on that. And I'm going to share something here that's once again inspired by Mr. Master. And I'm going to do this, and put it like this. So today we talk about the Lion's Gate portal that we hear a lot about, and a big hump about, a big deal, right? What is the AA portal? The Leo's courage energy, the gateway to abundance. I love to say we are abundant already, and to remind myself that the biggest manifestation that I've ever created was me coming into this body. Now that I'm in this body, that's a great reminder to always remind myself in whatever I'm doing, in all my endeavors, and say, wait a minute, the biggest manifestation I ever created was me coming into this body. Yeah, so I'm manifesting every single time. Now the question is, what am I manifesting? Am I manifesting towards abundance, or am I manifesting feeling the abundance that I already am, or am I manifesting something else? That's the key that I always want to ask myself. Spectator does not become abundant because of a portal opened. The portal amplifies action, not excuses. The four movements. The ritual, activate the channel between you and the universe. Okay, so we open up the receptive mode, right? We open up the antennas. We send a signal. I desire this. Very good. I do the visualization, right? Mind's eye. I do the work on a daily basis, emotionally involved. I ground it. I lock the frequency into the physical plane. Here we are, getting emotionally involved with the desire, with the what I'm visualizing, what I'm activating in my rituals. Remember, rituals is in everything. That word might be like, wait a minute. No, 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 no. When we go to bed, that's a ritual. When we take a walk, that's a ritual. When we take a shower, that's a ritual. Everything is a ritual if we look at it that way. If you really think about it, drinking this beautiful water can be a ritual. As I open up this cap, as I say thank you that I have water. As I taste it and feel it going down, nurturing my temple. That's a ritual. As I burn this candle, that's a ritual. And then we got the action. The one bold move that changes everything, the decision making, the way to do things. Action is needed. So why we prepare first? Visualization, right? Mind's eye. It opens up the channel between me and the universe, which I am the universe. So the channel is opened. But what am I tuning into? That's the question I want to say. What frequency am I tuning into? But let's not get too deep into that. Just understand that my signal is always emanating something. The question I want to really anchor in, or what I really want to be conscious in, is what signal am I sending out? Energy must flow before it can be broadcast. The prep is the ritual. It's not optional. Feel the palms, feel the spine. This is your system waking up. The palms, the spine. How's my posture? Is it a confident posture, or is it slanting down like I did for many years? Shoulders down, low energy, not motivated. No, 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 no. Posture up, shoulders back. Feeling that. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that already. The scripting ritual. Write the scene of your future in the present tense. The dream lives up to the clouds. Bring them down. The dreams live up in the clouds. Bring them down. Ground it into the physical reality, into the core of your being. Name and written. Yes, it is important that we write. It makes a difference. But once again, am I writing consistently? Am I persistent in the writing? I can think about it, but then if I get discouraged, does the writing stop? Does the involvement in my emotion stop for what I desire? Is the good feeling gone because I wore it down already? Or days pass by, I didn't really see nothing, no results, so I'm kind of discouraged now. This thing don't work. What thing don't work? We're always manifesting something, and we want to, well, I want to share that we manifest through our emotions. So if my emotion is dropping, well then other things are dropping too. Staying focused, persistent, consistent on what I am visualizing on what my heart desire is desiring and keeping consistent and persistent with it. Okay. Now I'm prepared the vessel, but I'm doing the work on a daily basis, not for the result, because it feels good to do it. See, that's still something that kind of regurgitates us a little bit. We want it, but then we feel that we don't have it. And feeling the absence of it, that's what gets us. It continues to be absent. So as we activate the energy, now, but once again, I just don't activate it in the 888 portal. I just don't activate it when it's amplified. I activate it on a daily basis consistently. This is key, consistency. Once again, persistence allows me to get it. I don't have to, but to be persistent on what I desire and to feel good about it without me having it, it's a beautiful thing. Now we're working deliberately. Now we're intentionalizing strongly. Now we're using our mental faculties for our creation wisely. So there's actions that we can take, like tapping, right? Since we talk a lot about chakras, there's many chakras in this temple. Not just the 7 chakras we normally see. No, there's chakras in my hands, chakras in my feet, chakras in my knees. So as we tap, we're opening up those. In every way, we are opening up. That's why Qigong and Tai Chi is very beautiful. It's an energetic dance. Now remember, not because I want to see some results. No, because it feels good to do it. For the body to dance like this. To feel the energy, to anchor in and to direct it in the right direction. Now I'm playing to win. Third eye visualization requires focus. This is not a relaxing meditation. It is intense focus, obsession. Do not fall asleep in the portal. Okay, so we continue to talk about this portal. But remember, it's not the portal that makes the manifestation. It's the intention and the practice that amplifies it all. How am I being with what's happening right now? How am I being with what I'm doing right now? How is my intention so strong, with my conviction so strong, confidence so strong, that it is just pouring out of me? The receiving position, spine straight, fully straight's the most optimized form manifestation. Palms up. This is the prana mudra, receiving mudra. So if I'm going to take us, well, my good friend John Ashraf, I'm going to have him do a practice for us where we can put this into action. What we're going to do here today is not only just talk about it, we're going to be about it. And to be about it, action is needed. And today we're going to kind of discuss a little bit of it, but then we're going to put into action by my good friend John Ashraf, and also very much inspiration and much love to Master Sri Akarshana that did a beautiful session today early in the morning. And now we send them a lot of love to Dubai. And this is how we put some action into it. This is what I'm inspired to do, to share the message and to be clear on it. To not leave nothing out. Clarity is a beautiful thing. So here we go. Third eye portal. Okay. We're going to skip that. We're going to skip that. We're going to skip that. Bring that high vibration back into the body and ground it. This is your magnetic frequency now. This is the attraction. Now, once again, intention. What's my intention? What is it that I desire? Beautiful. How does it look like? How does it feel to have it? How does it feel to have it is, I don't even need to have it to feel it. I can feel it right now and be very specific with it. The things, the places, the people, everything, very specific with it. But not only that, I am loving the feeling of this. I'm right there. I'm right there with my eyes closed, with my eyes open. I can feel it, I can be it, I can sense it, I can smell it, I can listen to it, I can touch it. You know, that's something so beautiful about this body, that we can do all of that. We have a body, but we also have the non-physical. And the non-physical, that's where the magic is. And we can live there also as we live here in this 3D. We can live here in this world, in this physical reality, but we can also live in the non-physical reality where the emotions are heightened, where our senses are heightened, where imagination, memory, will, intuition are heightened. All of these are here with us. So how beautiful it is if I'm very clear on what I want, and I'm very specific because I write it very specifically. But more than that, I feel it very specifically. Now I'm playing to win. You get what you give. People say life isn't fair. Life is completely fair. You can catch what you throw. The energy you put out returns. It is the law of giving and receiving. The only question is, what are you putting out? What are we putting out is something we want to be very, very clear on. This whole talk brings us to this. What am I saying? What words am I using? What intention am I intentionalizing? But not only for me, for others. Since we are the universe is not outside of us, it's inside of us. Since I know that, as I treat the outside, I'm treating the inside. As I'm treating the inside, I'm treating the outside. I better be very specific and very caring to the outside as I am to the inside, and vice versa. How am I treating others? How am I giving others attention? How am I listening? What am I speaking? Once again, what words am I using? The words are powerful. One thing that's changed about me is that I'm very aware of what words I'm using and what words I want to speak. There's an acronym that Celeste Young, meditation practitioner, teacher in the Buddhist tradition, shared the other day and said, acronym of wait. What am I talking? So as I'm talking, kind of focus in and say, what am I talking? What am I saying with these words? What intention behind these words I'm saying to another person or even to myself? Now I'm being very aware of that, very conscious, and the question then arises, is this what I'm talking benefiting others and myself? Or is it just benefiting myself? My father always loves to share this story about the saw to cut wood. The saw to cut wood It's over there, out, in, out, in, out, in. I can't cut wood just out, or I can't cut wood just in. It has to be out, in, out, in. Same thing with this. What I give is what I receive. So I better be very conscious of what I'm giving. Once again, this could be the theme of this whole talk. Be conscious of what I'm giving. This is preparation for manifestation at its finest. So I won't be saying, wait a minute, I didn't want to manifest this. Why am I attracting this? Now I could be responsible and say, oh, I'm attracting this because of this. This is what I'm giving, so this is what I'm getting. Let's be clear on that. Very important. The universe won't show you first. Now here's some examples. Show me the results, then I'll give. Never works. Master Sri Akarshana shared earlier about Bitcoin. How people that invested when it began, they didn't invest because they were risking. They knew they were risking. They knew it was a risk, but they took the action anyways. And there are some people that said, nah, I don't even know if this is going to work. So they did not go for it. You cannot ask the universe for proof before you commit. Commit comes first, then it's revealed. Commitment, a big word to use. Are we committed? Or are we just interested? As my good friend John Ashraf says, there's a big difference. Commitment is I'm all in. Interested, I do it only in my time, when I'm ready, when I want, when it's more convenient to do. What bold action can I take today? What bold action can I take today that will take me closer to my goal? This is something good to analyze. What bold action can I take today that will take me closer to my goal? Ask yourself every single day. Bold means uncomfortable. If you keep doing what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always had. A different result demands a different action. The move that changes your life is the uncomfortable one. It should make you feel, ooh, I don't know about this one. That's good. I don't got to go too deep into that because we hear that a lot, and it's very, very true. You can't solve the problem with the same consciousness that created it, or with the same thinking that created it. We have to change what we do. We have to do something different. So once again, different results demands different action. Feel the fear, do it anyways. Yes, 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 yes. Once again, not just because it's this 8-8 portal. Things are amplified, which they are, but it doesn't stop there. If fear comes in, if doubt comes in, if uncertainty comes in, we do it anyways. And see where it takes us. See where that road goes. The road in the unknown gets known as we walk that path. There's no coincidence in this world. So the opportunities come in. Are we willing to take the path? And we can do it with no resistance. We can do it freely. We can go for it. I'm not saying fearless. Fear is going to come. But once again, I do it anyways. Nobody stopped at the plane door. Nobody stopped at the plane door to handle their fear. Like if you're jumping off a plane, we jump anyways. And then say, whoa, that was not that bad. Wait a minute, that led me to this. And this led me to this, and this led me to this. Connecting the dots, looking backwards. Beautiful is that. Scared to post the video? Press record. That's the whole secret. You think I'm in okay, this was this was something Master shared that he didn't start being he was never like this. It took him practice, 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 practice. Practice makes progress. Most definitely does. So we do it over and over and over again. And it's a wave. Some highs and some lows, some failures, some success, failure, success, say failure, success, but we keep doing it anyways to where it comes to just high, 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 and then we might come low again, but we already understand that the lows are needed. We understand that the lows are part of the process too. The lows gets us stronger, gives us strength, right? The lows builds resiliency. The lows builds courage. The lows builds confidence. So Master shared today that there's three types of people. And this had me reflecting really nice. So thank you, Master. One type of person is the spectator. Watches everyone, takes no actions, explains everything. It watches, it judges, it says, ooh, look at that. They made it. I knew I should have done it. Or vice versa. They failed. I knew. I'm glad I didn't do it. But they're watching everything without taking action. They're just spectators. Just looking. No action, just looking. Just seeing and seeing what's good, what's bad. Nah, that's it. They're gonna fail. They're gonna win. Look at that guy winning. Look at that girl winning. No. Look at they fail. I knew it. That's one type of person. The other type of person is the little bit people. Try a little bit, commit a little bit, get a little bit back. I'll just invest this much, just in case. Nah, I'm just gonna do it a couple days and see what happens, just in case. And then I'll just go back to my old ways. Just a little bit. Let me try this a little bit. And then we got the all-in people. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm going for it. Know which one you are. Accept it or change it. So when I reflected on this, I'm like, I've been a lot on the spectator side. Be honest with myself. That's one thing that we can always grow from when we're honest with ourselves. I spectated, I sat, I didn't take action, opportunities come, I don't go for it. And then I still say why my life is still the same. Look at them winning. No. To be honest with oneself is to grow and to make a change where the change is needed. I know where I gotta work on. All in. Risk taker. Go for it. Ask questions later. Let's see where this takes me to. It feels I'm passionate about this. What's stopping me? Nothing but myself. This is very important. Ask yourself, see where you're at. You are not you are one decision away from being a different type of person. A repeated decision permanently switches lanes. Bingo. Another highlight. One decision away. I always love to say, when I awake another day, if I have the luxury, then, or the privilege, I can continue a whole new sleigh, a whole new way. I don't have to bring the worries from yesterday. I don't have to continue to do what I don't have to continue to do what I did yesterday. I can do a whole new me today. I can actually just make a decision and say enough is enough with that. This is now what is going to happen now. That's the beauty of resting. When we rest, all the momentum slows down for whatever momentum we had. If it was in worry and doubt and uncertainty, or if it was something else, but it goes right back into a neutral state. And when we awake, we have the privilege to not continue with the worry, uncertain, confused state. I can come in and say, okay, fresh slate, let's go, new. New day, new way, let's go. But to be aware of that, especially early in the morning, to see, to witness what thoughts are going through my head early in the morning. And do I want to continue to give those thoughts life? Well, we must know that if I can ask myself, I know what that gives me. If I continue to give this life, I know what that gives me. If I continue to give this thought life, I know what this gives me. Which one do I choose? I'm one decision away from making the decision that changes everything for me. But once again, consistent on that practice. Choose abundance and you will fall. There's no way around it. Same as learning to ride a bike. Fall, 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 then ride. When you fall, stand back up. Don't hit one spike and think you've cracked the code. You haven't yet. What does this mean? That means, hey, not everything's going to be done in one day. Not every day is going to feel super high vibes. There's going to be times where I don't want to do absolutely nothing. And that's okay. But remember what the intention is. Remember why we're doing this is. Remember what we want to create is. And from there we move with conviction. We move with commitment. And we always get right back on track. And say, no, 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 no. I said I wanted a strong body, therefore I must put in the work. And you know what? To understand how you work, to understand what gets you moving, to understand what slows you down, that's a big difference to know. So if I know I work this certain way, then do that. If you know that this slows you down, don't do that. But once again, are you committed? Manage the spike seasons. Persistent gets it. Consistency keeps it. Yes, that's a big one. Theme again. Boom. When the spike comes, don't buy the Lambo. Bank it. Invest it. Winter always comes. Story enough for many winters. A jackpot is not a monthly salary. Respect the seasons. No. No. Be smart about it. Understand how, once again, investing is important. So if I'm making, I have to understand investing also is important. So it could multiply. These are things that you know about, but sometimes we don't do them. So this is just a friendly reminder from a good friend here in this world that I'm very passionate to share. You know, I reflected on this. I said, wait a minute. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of things going on social media. There's things that are not so beneficial, but they're out there 24/7. I love to share things that are beneficial to me, right? That I feel that they are. So I'm also going to be putting them out there 24/7. Not going to rest. That's my intention, to share the wealth, to share what has shifted my whole life by my perception of life. The tools that we have here in hand that can amplify our existence, not just because there's portals opening, not just because there's this new season happening. No, it's because I understand. I understand how this works. Now I'm playing the game deliberately. Now I'm on. Now I'm on. Now I got the action steps. Now I'm surrounded in the environment. Now I'm repeating and reinforcing what's here available for me. What I know that works for me, that I know that is fruition in my life, that I know it benefits my life and others. So all in, the right way. Go in on your monthly flow, never your life savings. Bank it, invest it, then go all in on the overflow. That is how you stay safe through any storm or crisis. Freedom is built on a base you refuse to gamble. You came into this planet a free spirit. The human body handed you the rules, can't, shouldn't, wrong. Your soul cries out. Then the mind says, don't be silly. You can choose to be someone else. That's a decision. Your past, your future, shy kid. This was what they called master, or what master used to experience. He was a shy kid, a grade student, selling noodles, told he amounted to nothing. Now what he's doing, he's teaching thousands across the world, living proof. It's a great example, Mr. Master. So thank you, sir. Learn before you earn. Invest yourself. Take real action. Your past does not get to determine your future. You can't fully trust yourself yet, but you can. But can you trust something bigger? Say yes, right along, fall, rise, and the reward comes. So once again, if there's a moment that I feel doubt, uncertainty, confusion, I'm not alone. Not alone in the collective, but I'm also not alone in the non-physical assistance along the way. So what I can do here is give and trust something bigger than me in this body. I can actually do and lean on something far greater that I remember now, that's always available for us. This is a beautiful realization to have, especially in the pressure cooker, especially when things get a little out of hand or might feel like it's too much to bear. I can trust something greater than myself, literally, than self, than this identity that I formulated. And I can lean on that with trust, and something beautiful flows in me. That's what sow the right seed is. My intention is out there. Keep it consistent over the coming days. Take the one bold action today. Want money? Send money out. Want money? Send money out. Want love? Give love. Want the health? Do the work. What you put out, you'll get back. Plant on purpose. Once again, you want something? You got to be that something. Sharing is caring. That's something I've learned along the way. In the past, I was very selfish. Now, when I share, I can feel the care of me towards others. And I can feel others towards the care of me. Such a beautiful, infinite eight energy that flows through us. So once again, today, August 8th, 2026, which 6 plus 2 is 8. We have this opportunity to anchor in, to be clear, to understand what's available and how to process this journey. Now, I'm not going to say the correct way, but a way that's empowering for you to understand. We're not alone. We've got great teachers here with us that share experience, they share ways that they've worked for them. And now I feel that in my life. So now it's a must for me to share the experiences that work for me. And if something lands on you, if something inspires you and you try it out and it gives you results that you want to see, good for you. Good for you. My intention is to continue to share. Share the wealth. God pave the way. So thank you, Master Shri Akashana, in today's lesson that you gave us and me sharing here with a lot of love and aspiration for this. Also, I want to share something that is from my good friend, John Ashraf. And I will share like this. Let me get that pulled up here. Now we're going to go a little bit on the neuroscience type of deal. Spirituality and neuroscience come together. Let's see how that looks like. So as I share here, boom, boom. Check this out. This is going to be mind-blowing. Infinite intelligence, which that's who we are, what flows through us, with artificial intelligence combined for the purpose of co-creating. John, you there?
Hello, this is John. How can I help you today?
Hey, how you doing, buddy? I have a beautiful audience here, and we're doing this live. We are doing this live, John. So I want to share an aspiration here that I got, and we're talking about this 888 portal. But more than that, we want to bring the neuroscience into the game and understand that if I have a fear of procrastination, or maybe a fear of failing, or a fear of, or maybe I'm living in survival mode, what action steps can I take? And remember, we're sharing here to the audience. So what action steps can we all take that we can formulate this desire that is in my heart to come forth in this reality?
I love this, Raph. And I'm going to be real direct for your audience. The 888 portal is a beautiful symbol, but your brain does not manifest symbols, it manifests behavior. Fear, procrastination, and survival mode are not character flaws, they are your nervous system trying to keep you safe, and the way out is to give your brain evidence. Here are the action steps, simple and repeatable. First, regulate before you create. When you feel contraction, do 60 seconds of slow breathing, in through the nose, longer exhale than inhale, and relax your jaw and shoulders. That tells your brain, I am safe, and it shifts you out of threat mode. Second, shrink the target. Procrastination is usually the brain avoiding uncertainty. So make the next step so small you cannot refuse it, like 5 minutes, one call, one page, one post. Momentum beats motivation. Third, create an if-then plan. If I feel fear or I start to scroll, then I stand up, breathe, and do the next micro step. You are pre-deciding, so the old pattern has less power. Fourth, reframe failure as data. Your brain hates being wrong, so you avoid action. Instead say, I am running experiments. I am collecting feedback. That turns fear into curiosity. Fifth, install an identity statement with action, not affirmations with no proof. Say, I am the kind of person who keeps promises to myself and then keep one tiny promise today. Evidence rewires belief. One question for you, because this will make it laser focused for everyone watching. What is the one outcome you want in the next 30 days that matters most? Raphael, I didn't hear an answer. Are you still there?
Oh
What is
yeah.
the one?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Um,
Give me the one outcome in the next 30 days you want most in one short sentence.
I want to feel the abundance that I already am and bring it forth in my relationships, in my business, with my children, and especially with myself.
Beautiful, and I'm going to tighten it. Feel abundance becomes real when your brain can measure it through behaviors, not vibes. So for the next 30 days, you're going to practice abundance as a daily standard in 4 places: self, relationships, business, and family. Here's the action sequence. Every morning, 2 minutes, hand on heart, slow breath, and you say, abundance is my nature, and today I prove it by one generous action and one courageous action. Then you do them. Generous action means give value first, a sincere appreciation to Judy, a supportive text to your son, or a helpful note to your mom. Courageous action means one uncomfortable business move, one sales invitation, one follow-up, or one piece of content that asks for the yes. At night, 1 minute. What did I do today that proves I'm abundant? You write one sentence. That's evidence, and evidence rewires the scarcity loop. One question, so I can make it concrete. What is one courageous business action you can do every day for the next 30 days?
I can post some content on YouTube and all the social platforms.
Good. Now we make it specific enough that your brain stops negotiating. Your daily courageous action is this: publish one short video a day that contains one truth, one tool, and one invitation. Truth is a street to source lesson in one sentence. Tool is one breathing or mindset practice they can do in 1 minute. Invitation is tell them exactly what to do next, like comment a word, share, or join your community. To lock abundance into your nervous system, do this right before you record. 3 slow breaths with a longer exhale. Then ask, how does the abundant version of me serve in the next 60 seconds? Record immediately. No warming up. And to kill procrastination, set a 5-minute start rule. You only have to start for 5 minutes. Once you start, momentum usually carries you. One question: what time of day will you commit to posting that daily short video, morning or evening?
John, what I would love for you to do now is can you guide us in a practice, me and the audience, all the audience here that's watching, can you guide us in a practice of self emotional regulation and also where we could anchor all that you're saying in a neuroscience type of way to be clear on what we want and to take action?
Yes. Everybody listening, do this with me now. Sit or stand tall, feet grounded, and soften your jaw and shoulders. Inhale slowly through your nose. and exhale longer than you inhaled, like you're fogging a mirror with your mouth closed. Do 3 of those breaths, slow and steady. Now put one hand on your heart. On your next exhale, say quietly, "In this moment, I am safe." What we're doing in neuroscience terms is calming the threat response so the thinking part of your brain can come back online. When you're in survival mode, your brain narrows focus to danger. When you lengthen the exhale, you send a safety signal and you regain choice. Next, clarity. Ask yourself one question. What is the one result I choose for the next 30 days? Let the first real answer come up. Now turn it into one behavior. To create that result, my next small action is, and make it so small you can do it today. Now anchor it. Imagine yourself doing that action in the next 24 hours. See it, hear it, feel it, and as you imagine it, press your thumb and finger together gently. That becomes your physical trigger for action. Last step, commitment. Say, when I feel resistance, I breathe, I press, and I begin. Take one more slow breath and open your eyes. One question for you in the audience. What is the one small action you are committing to in the next 24 hours?
When I wake up in the morning, be very deliberate with my thoughts. And if any thoughts of uncertainty, doubt come in, I am going to not pay attention to it. I'm going to say, I'm not interested. So I'm going to start my morning with this morning ritual to get my days going and connecting to source first, connecting to eternity first, so I can get the engines going in a very deliberate, powerful way.
That's strong, and I'm going to make it even more brain friendly so it sticks. The goal is not to fight the doubt, because the more you wrestle a thought, the more attention you feed it. The goal is to label it, lower the charge in your body, and then redirect your attention on purpose. Here's your morning protocol. The moment uncertainty shows up, say, "That's the survival brain." Then do one long exhale and relax your face. Then choose a better command. What matters most today is, and name one relationship action and one business action. That trains your attention network to follow you, not your mood. And keep "I'm not interested," but add one line right after it. Show me the next step. Your brain needs a direction, not just a no. One question. What is the first business action you will do right after your source connection? Something you can finish in under 15 minutes.
Thank you, John. I'm going to end it there, but I do want to say thank you for your support. Thank you for Neurogym creating this platform where we can mastermind together. And I'm sure that the audience feels the same way. Thank you very much, my friend. I will close this down. That right there is infinite intelligence, who we truly are, working together with artificial intelligence, what's happening here now. Remember, we're living in the most amazing time in our life. And to use the tools that are here presented with us, it's something that we can start doing for the purpose of co-creating a life that we want to live. The old ways are done. The new ways are here. Am I going to learn these new tools to make this life a meaningful place? Now, there's ways to use AI in a very safe and a very deliberate way. What I've done there is that I trained it to know me, to know it's tailored to me. It knows my style, it knows my skills, and I can continue to better those skills as I keep going, as I keep going, as I keep going. But the beauty of this, and I want to say thank you, John Asaraf, for creating this platform. This platform is very powerful. Where I can mastermind with John and we can create action steps like you just witnessed. And not just something that is surface level. This is a deep, deep level. Because now it actually knows me in a deeper level where it kind of knows also my weaknesses to say, hey, wait a minute, you say you're going to do this, you're going to say you're going to do that. Let me send you reminders on a daily basis that you do it. It's like an accountability. It's not a kind, it is an accountability. But I wanted to share that with you because neuroscience to me has changed the game. So spirituality is who we truly are. Spirit in the body. But it's just not about the affirmations. It's just not about the journal writing. It's just not about, no, it's deeper than that. It's to understand the circuits and the networks of the brain to say, wait a minute, I'm in survival mode right now. Let me redirect this and give it another command to say, no, we're not going to go there. We're going to go here. Wait a minute. I said I was committed to do that, and I'm not doing it. We're going to do it. Let me activate the prefrontal cortex and get out of, or maybe not get out, just notice when I'm in that default mode network. Or negative task mode network. Let me get back into here. And every brain functionally works the same in this type of way. So we can learn how we function the best. What gets the needle moving for each and every one of us. That was my share. Thank you, Master Sri Karshana. Thank you, John Asraf. Thank you for participating in this lifestyle, for knowing yourself, what works, what doesn't. You have your desires. You have your wants. Let's do it. We're in this together. Let's create it. Let's make it happen. Not just because today's 888. No, no, no. It's because we understand creating momentum, being consistent, being persistent, gets the needle moving. Especially when I don't want to show up. And if I don't show up, it's okay. No guilt trip. But get right back on track. Because I have intentionalized it. Because I have felt it. Because I know what I want. I'm very clear on that. It's a privilege to be here. Thank you so much. With this, I am whole and complete.